Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. NextGen Wealth Tips here. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys the top 5 stocks to be looking at for this week. So to start, we're going to be looking at Apple. Okay, what is going on with Apple? So basically, Apple has been pretty bearish for the past couple of days. Recently, Apple has been getting sued. They just been having a lot of bad news. But with that being said, I recommend looking at Apple to the downside some more. I recommend looking at Apple bouncing off some key levels before you get into some plays. So we did just have a big red candlestick right here for a 4-hour time frame. With that being said, I recommend looking at it, retesting the 242 levels, going up to 244 to 245 to 246, and it might bounce off that 246 going back down to the downside. But with that being said, we might even see some lower highs, so we might just see it go up to the 240 level, retest the 240, bounce down below. You can also see the opposite, and we can see it keep on breaking these levels, going all the way up to the 250 level. So keep that in mind. But Apple is one of those stocks that I recommend you guys looking at. Another one is Nvidia. Nvidia did come out with all of their upcoming products, just like the gaming chip that kind of has AI included, the Blackwell gaming chip. So I'm kind of hype about that one. And some new news on Blackwell and another chip that they actually just came out with too. And them being more on autonomous vehicles. I think Nvidia, we can see it still to the downside. We haven't really seen a recovery from this big red candlestick, so I think we're still going to be bearish for a while. I think some big levels we might be looking at is the 130 level to the downside, breaking that. We might bounce off of it, but we might break below that even more, just depending on how the market looks. Before I continue more, I just want to say that the job numbers has last week, they were positive, but it kind of makes it look like that we're not going to get rate cuts in the future. So that's kind of why the stocks have been dropping. With that being said, we do got banks coming out with their earnings this week and some other numbers that can really kind of determine the rate cuts. So we got to really see when that what that does to the market. They're coming out Tuesday and Wednesday, so keep that in mind while trading. Do not hold any overnight because it's going to be at like 8:30 Tuesday, and then I think on Wednesday 8:30 also. So keep that in mind. Holding some overnight trades. I think Nvidia is a key stock to look at. Another stock to look at is the overall market. SPY was recently in a wedge and it kind of broke below the wedge. With that being said, you've seen a big candlestick that day that it broke below the wedge. It's kind of what people were waiting on to see if it'll break to the upside or the downside. And as you can see, we broke to the downside. But we're kind of making some bullish candles. It might kind of go up to like 75% of this candlestick right here. So we might see it back up to the 580 level, but it might not really break that and might see it go down even more. So keep that in mind. I'm still bearish with SPY, but at the same time, we might see a decent bounce. And we're kind of bouncing off a level we bounced off before. So look at the 580 level for SPY and see if it bounces below that. Another stock that I'm really interested in is Amazon. And this is for kind of both. You could do short-term trades and long-term trades. I think right now is a good buy level to put some of your money into this stock, because overall this stock is going to be even higher than it is now in the future. So this is just a good time to get in, maybe some long-term calls. But I recommend waiting until the bearish sense is over. So keep that in mind before trading into it. Another one I want to look at is Tesla. Tesla does still have good news. They're more than an EV company. EV numbers have been looking pretty decent, but at the same time, you really want to look at the other things that the Tesla is doing, just like the robots, the robo-taxi, everything that they're doing. It's an overall green stock, but I recommend just waiting a little bit, because I think we might be able to see Tesla at maybe the 350 levels and maybe the low 300 levels, and that's when you should get in, because we might bounce off that 300 level in the future. So keep that in mind. And last but not least, MSTR, they have big holdings in Bitcoin, and that's kind of where their profits is coming from. I think Bitcoin kind of moves at the beginning of the week, and it's pretty bullish at the beginning of the week. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, we are making lower highs, and I think we might bounce off that 100K in the future. In a couple days, we might bounce off the 100K. It might not even break it, and then we'll see it even lower, making more lower highs. Or we can break past that 100K and make even more. But I think it's going to make another lower high around here and then keep going down. Just look at it with MSTR, and you can kind of see how it's moving. You know, you've seen that upside right here, and then another lower high, and then this is we're probably going to see a 360 level for when it touches that 100K, and then you might see a bounce down below if it doesn't hit that 100K. With that being said, I just want to say thanks for watching the video. I make other videos. I'm making some stock option videos, and In my other market analyst videos, I go more in depth with the markets and kind of key levels to look at. So if you really want to know some key levels and stuff like that, go check out that video. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Check out some links for some free stocks. And I have a Discord, so join that Discord. Peace out, guys.